what a web we weave when we plan to deceive.
You don't have to believe. Let me ask it this way. If Cornelius Smith and Angela Arnold repeatedly told you all that Jook was the one that was calling the shots, I think even in your report you guys said Jook's the mastermind, that would cause you to go interview Jook because that's an important piece of information, right?
Doing the investigation, yes.
All right. But as lead detective, at no point during the investigation did we attempt to talk to Jook.
We hadn't made it that far, no.
We hadn't made it that far. Okay. It's been 4 years, and we know Jook died 2.5 years after the case. We know everybody had already been indicted within a few months of the arrest taking place. But we never went to talk to Jook, even after Cornelius and Angela repeatedly said he was the mastermind. I think that's the phrase you guys use in your Operation Cookie Monster slideshow, right?
Well, I am going to object to this line of question is it relevant?
Of course it's relevant. He's a suspect. The reason I ask is these people have come in here and testified and said they're telling the truth. So if those people, they've testified that they're telling the truth. They talked about Mr. Govain here, or talked about Jook, and we can quibble about who's in charge or whose house or who whatever. But clearly, Jook was a suspect in this case. But he was never followed up with at all by Memphis Police Department at any point in this investigation, even though he died 2.5 years later.
Not at the time, no.
Okay.
The Memphis Boule Police Department just got busted live in court trying to cover up Big Jook and C.M.G's dirty involvement in the murder of the humanitarian young dog. That's what you just heard. This bozo, bootlicking, Greek freak, Boule member is the lead detective on the case. You the man, right? You the top one? Ooh, I'm sure your bank statements were saying that. But what the defense lawyer just shown is you ain't doing your job. How is it that you the head guy in charge, but you ain't went talk to the head man in charge? Which the people that has been locked up and saying they the shooters are saying, okay, Jook was the boss of all bosses. You didn't talk to him? Very fishy. Very fishy. They gotta look into the murder of Jook a little bit deeper now. Like, ooh, wait, what all would a Boule do to hide? What the hell is going on down there in Memphis? See, if you arrest Big Jook, then you gotta bring down Gotti. You think do we have a rampart scandal in Memphis? The Memphis rampart? You know, these Boule members, they getting paid a lot of money to protect C.M.G. One thing I always seen about on the news, they used to always say Young Dolph and then bring up his murder and bring up Cornelius and straight drop them draws, dog, that phony, that human punching bag. Now bringing up this informant, Govan. But they would never ever bring up the beef between Gotti and Dolph. They wasn't really saying that on the news in Memphis. No, they wouldn't say that. They wouldn't bring up that allegedly he was shot in L.A. by one of Gotti's people. They never brought that up. Then in South Carolina, allegedly, did Black Punkster get locked up? They were Black Punkster them. They said Black Punkster rented the vehicle that was used in the alleged shooting of Young Dolph's van that when they shot it 100 times. They don't bring that up. You know? They were trying to keep C.M.G. clean and pristine, but Cornelius said, oh, hell no, they going down. They didn't pay my money. He like a big dummy, a big fool. She straight dropped them draws, dog. Straight dropped it. Going to prison. I don't know what he thinking. He just waiting it out. But not Cornelius. He telling everything. But what do we see about the Memphis Boule Police Department? They was not going to question Jook, was going to let him go, and they was hoping and praying that the crash dummy just shut up and do their time, or somebody knocked them off, so they can get extra money from Gotti and the C.M.G. Crew for trying to sweep the murder of Young Dolph under the rug, sweep that under the rug. They was not going to get Jook, because they knew you get Jook, Gotti and C.M.G. If they get Jook, then they got to open up the RICO on C.M.G. A lot of these officers like this Boule cat right here, they want to do security. They want to get some extra money working with C.M.G. You know, they can work the nightclubs with them, bodyguard. They see the man was making business decisions, trying to dirty this case up, but he got busted. You the lead detective and ain't talked to the lead guy over the murder? Oh, we hadn't got to that yet. What the hell he talking about? He's dead, and he was live years after the murder of the humanitarian long day Young Dolph, and he still hadn't talked to him. What the hell are you dragging your feet? Waiting on that murder, waiting to see if they would have to bump him off, keep him quiet, and then charge Gotti more for his protection now. You know, once Jook got knocked off, Gotti really got it. You see, Gotti, you didn't learn from death row? Man, these dirty cops, they try to take over your record label. Oh yes, the Boule. They think you small potatoes. They'll take this thing over. You think these dirty Memphis crooked cops? They got their eye on C.M.G. and Pre and all that stuff. They don't like none of them niggas. Remember, they don't like rappers. They clowns to these distinguished Boule, learned, fraternal Greek freaks. But you got your hand caught in the cookie jar right now, then you're bootlicker. Oh yes, you did. We're gonna look deep into you. See, what is your ties to crime and violence and all kind of other shit? You would look the other way. So they look deep into your background. You'll probably find you. Boy, you're probably one of them fraternal bangers like the brother who killed Tyree Nichols. See, they gotta watch y'all fraternal killer cops who's shaking them brothers in Memphis down. Y'all are the worst type of gang member. The gang with the badge, worst type. But you just got busted. Trying to look the other way. You the lead detective, trying to take the spotlight off the head of the hit on Dolph. You pissed Govan won't just shut up and take his time. You mad at Cornelius, wondering why didn't they just whack you? See? You like, damn, we should have whacked them all after Dolph was killed. Yeah, y'all should have. Now they gonna look deep into you. And what was your ties to Jook? Probably find you were head of Jook security at some time in Memphis. Yeah, you was. Yeah, you was. Wanted to be head of Gotti security. For you trying to get in there right now. You letting Gotti know, hey, man, I can only hold the people back so long. Ooh, how much you gonna charge them for this? You saw the pressure you saw the pressure I was under that trial, man. I worked hard. I ain't going down for you, Gotti. Woo! What a web we weave when we plan to deceive. Dirty bootlicker. Long little flipper. Gotta look into the Memphis Boule. I remember it. Memphis Boule. They have a big chapter down there. Cofield.